I'm not very good at making them, but I do love doing my work. Any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Anything you want to see, or if I can improve on anything, comment. All comments are welcome. Okay, so usually I would have a brush for this, my paste in here. I'm not going to do that. I already have, you know, protective gloves, so I'm not careful about where is it going to go. I'm going to throw these gloves away once I'm done. So I'm going to get a little bit of this right here, about this much in my hand, and I am just going to put it everywhere in the bottom. So basically I'm trying to cover the whole thing. Obviously I put some paper underneath here, even though I have my Fiskars mat underneath. This has a lot of glue and paint. It's best to avoid extra work later on cleaning up. I'm not a fan of cleaning anything extra that I don't have to. Alright, so if you notice I just put kind of a thin coat everywhere. Oh, I'm out of frame there. There he is. There. So it's just a thin coat everywhere, even bottom. I didn't go to the neck because it's not necessary at this point. So now what I'm going to do, I'll lay the bottle flat. Don't worry about it, it's just paper underneath. And we're going to start putting this puppy together. Let's see. There it is. And I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit more of the paste, because I want to make sure that when it overlaps, it really sticks to it. So you want to stretch it, because you want to make sure that, see, I already told you, you need to make sure that, you know, there's no bumps, and I'm already creating them. It's really easy with material, but once you lay it down, then it's a matter of using more paste and start laying down all those little snips that you did. Can you, let me see if you can see that, yeah. Okay, all the way in. Trying to smooth out all those little creases. They're not that major, so that's okay. And then for the top, the same thing. Let's put a little bit more, and let's start bringing those up. There you go. I guess I'll concentrate on my work and I don't want to talk, but sorry, making a tutorial. You know me, kind of crazy. Okay. So there you have it. Your bottle is pretty much covered with that muslin or any kind of fabric that you deem appropriate to use with your bottle. At this point, you really just want to smooth out any little, you know, wrinkle or crease that you might have. You shouldn't have too many, because we creased out or we snipped out the material in order to kind of take that turn. Oops. And we start going to layer so many things on it that it doesn't really matter. Okay, very, very good. Now comes the fun part. Now we're going to start layering things. And I should have cut this the lace, so now we're going to go with one lace. I'm going to go ahead and take this, well, let's see, no, I'm just going to cut it like that. I'm not going to, I'll wash my scissors later on. Let's see, I'm out of frame here. Give me a second here. Excuse me, my friends, I am not very professional at making tutorials, but I'm trying. Okay, so I'm just gonna, you know, piece here, piece there. I am going to cut this other one. Let's see, what do we want? Really doesn't matter. Just get a piece. Okay, those two go there. And I am going to get a piece of also the cheesecloth. I'm gonna go ahead and double it in half so I can cut it all at once. Yep, glue kind of sticks to everything right now. Alright, kind of like that. Let me get this out of my hand. Okay, let me see if I'm in frame. Okay, so our bottle is already all taken care of with with, oops, there's a crease there. And it seems like every time I leave them like this for a little bit, air gets in, you know, from the last time that we started moving those creases. So you're going to have to check them in until they're completely, see there's another crease that just kind of bubbled up. Just keep retouching them until it's as smooth as you can be. It doesn't have to be perfect. Remember, this is an altar bottle. So if it's an altar bottle, you know, it used to be something and now it's something else by somebody's crazy method, I guess. So now, what you want to do, or what I'm going to do, I am going to put this lace right over it, because right now it's very sticky, because all that glue and paint is fresh, very wet, very humid, so it'll stick to it really well. And you notice that it didn't go all the way around. It doesn't really matter at this point. You could cut a piece that goes all the way around. We have plenty of material to be covering this with. And I am going to use a little bit more paste just to kind of touch up on the ends of this lace. Let me see. There. Just enough for the lace to kind of, you know, stick to the bottle. Kind of goes flat a little bit. There you go. I don't know if you can see that. So try your best on that. Again, don't fuss too much about it. I kind of do the edges really well. Well, not too well, but at least a little bit. It's really awkward for me to work with gloves. I don't like gloves. I like to get dirty in with my hands. But this one is right up there on the dirty part. Okay, so now I am going to add this other lace. I'm going to put another thin layer of paste. There's no rhyme or reason, or you know, there's really no pattern to this whatsoever. You put your things and your lace and your, you know, embellishments wherever you deem appropriate. Okay, so I am really taking care of the edges only, because in the bottom I had already put some paste, so it was quite humid. Oops. Looks like I'm still in frame. I have to get better at this tutorials, and I will. I apologize to everyone, but I haven't found a good angle where to put my camera. I don't like it where it's at, but I'll get with it, I promise. I'm just enjoying my nice new camera that my husband got me for our anniversary. Alright, let's put a little bit more here. Okay, so let me see if you can, I'm going to put this jar aside. Can you see that? You see all the, you see this French lace underneath, and then you see this old very vintage cotton lace over it too. And what I love about the paste is it really lets the pattern of the material come through, so you're able to appreciate the beauty of it. So that's basically what you're going to do. Now we're going to add a little bit of cheesecloth. I mean, there's no, not that you have to have it, that's what I'm using today, but I actually do like cheesecloth a lot because it gives a lot of texture to your projects. Wow, this is very difficult because it gets stuck to you with all this glue on you. Alright, let me watch my time here. I'm good still. Alright, so I'm just going to start putting it anywhere. There, again, like I said before, there is no pattern. There. Wherever you like it, wherever you feel like it looks good there, that's what you do. Okay, I'm going to cut that piece. Well, actually, I don't know. Let's see. No, I kind of like it going around that way. There you go. And maybe one more time over here. And see how nice this